Hello, Dr. Paglia. I want to thank you for posting your private equity report on LinkedIn. This is the page that I got it from. I have a few comments in response to your comment here about a video presentation. I just wanted to use this as an example of what I'm talking about by feeding back some comments on your report. I made some narrative comments in this response, which you can pause the screencast and review. But I'd like to get specifically to some comments and examples on your report itself. I found your report to be very interesting and informative. I do have some just personal preference suggestions for you. In terms of a password, I would put a password that would be easily remembered as people share this report. Perhaps the name Pepperdine or some other simple password rather than the 4-character password that you presently have. Another thing I would do is to have the opening screen be set up to the nice table of contents that you did, as opposed to this general opening. And you can do that by going to Files, Properties, and setting the navigation as your bookmarks. I would put 2 pages up continuously and the magnification at a default magnification. When you save the file and you open it back up again, you'll see what I'm talking about. So this opens the file into the nice table of contents that you have. And people may not realize that. So you've done a lot of work. I would add page numbers to these somewhere, but it's really an excellent navigation scheme that you've put together for this report. I'm going to go right to the section that interests me, which is the private equity survey section. This is very interesting information, and as I shared with you in terms of a student project, you can actually create individual videos directed at the constituencies of private equity groups or mezzanine funds or banks. So, for instance, if you were doing an introductory video addressed to private equity groups to promote this survey, you'd have a student narrate this section and say what there could be various ways that you could do it, but you'd have a short video that would discuss the findings of this private equity survey information that are of particular interest. For instance, I found the information on the number of investments, the hurdle rates, and even adding simple navigation explanations, which, for instance, say that the way the pie charts are organized from let me just change this there. Okay, that the way the pie charts are organized starts from the top and goes around this way from the top to the bottom. So if you wanted to add, for instance, the west and the southwest together, you'd add these two numbers together and you'd get that total, or if you had some other metric. Well, overall, that's a quick explanation. In terms of the navigation of this, this is done with with this Logitech 9000 webcam. My picture's in the lower right corner. This is the simplest production. I literally started this, did a few clicks. I'm going to do the production of it, and it'll be done in probably 20 minutes to do the whole thing. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for your students to present findings and to say what's interesting about this. You could actually do a series of videos that showcased this report and host it on YouTube. I'll upload it to my channel as an example for that. But that's not the only way. You could have a website. There's various other ways that you could Well, in closing, Dr. Paglia, I want to thank you for taking the time to prepare this report and view this video, and appreciate you posting it on LinkedIn. I really enjoy LinkedIn myself. I have 484 connections, and I find those very valuable in a number of ways, as I'm sure you do. Well, thank you again for your time, and good luck to your students. I'm happy to answer any questions that they might have about this process.